What is up? Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen, to AI on Crypto. We're going to make a great Star Atlas video today. A lot of you guys have been hitting me up for more Star Atlas content, so today you're going to get your wish. I continue to look at the value of the ships in the ship marketplace for Star Atlas, guys, and each and every week, these ships seem to be getting slightly more expensive. So while the crypto markets have kind of struggled, the prices for NFTs and ships in the Star Atlas marketplace have really been doing well, proving to be a great store of value. So I thought it might be a good time to make a video covering what kind of ship you might want to buy based on the kind of player you want to be, as well as your budget and other determining factors. So we're going to do that in this video here today. We're going to look at the ships in the Star Atlas marketplace, as well as some of the gameplay mechanics to help you decide what ship you might want to get right now before they get too expensive. So get ready, guys. We're going to dive into the Star Atlas ships right now. This is AI on Crypto. On this channel, we cover cryptocurrency prices and trends, altcoin gems, and all the things on the blockchain that fill our bags to the max. And we stay far away from Wreck City. We make daily cryptocurrency content covering NFTs, play to earn blockchain gaming, DeFi, and more. So if you're looking for that kind of content, please subscribe to the channel, tap that bell. Welcome to the community. Now remember, this stuff's all really new, really risky. None of the stuff I'm telling you today is financial advice, guys. This is my own research coming at you for the purposes of entertainment and information only. Always do your own research, so important, and consult a real professional if you have to. All right, guys, now we're going to get into Star Atlas and what ship you need to be buying for your needs. Now, before we get into the ships, guys, I think it would be good if we just kind of went over some of the basics of what the gameplay is going to be like, because I don't think that you could adequately decide what ship is right for you if you don't know what you're going to be doing in the game. And when it comes to Star Atlas, guys, there is so many options, and we're going to go over some of that right here, right now, directly from the white paper. All right, I've gone to the section covering gameplay pillars, and let's start out with the faction security zone. So when you're starting out in Star Atlas, you have to pick a faction. There's 3 different factions to choose from, okay? So new players choose a faction and start in a faction secured safe zone. This allows the player to explore all the basic functions of the game except destructive based gameplay loops such as rescue, combat, and salvage. Once the player is sufficiently confident enough to venture out, there is a medium tiered safety zone that is secured by mercenary groups. Combat is allowed, but your assets will be reset if they're destroyed. And then there's a final distant zone of Star Atlas, which is a wild frontier where full combat and the destruction of assets is a permanent event. However, only a portion of assets in combat are destroyed permanently. For example, the results of a destroyed ship in combat is that the ship asset is decimated into components. Scrap, escape podded crew members, and a certain amount is lost forever. So basically, guys, if you decide to go off in that final distant zone, it is high stakes. Anything that happens to your ship in that zone could be permanent loss for you as an NFT owner. So you might be thinking to yourself, why the heck would I go in there then? Because that's where the big rewards are going to be. The purpose of Star Atlas is space exploration, to go out and find new planets, new stars, new comets, and mine precious resources. And to do that, the most lucrative things are going to be in the high risk zone. But of course, the highest risk is going to be there as well. Deep space exploration. All visible stars are real estate and can be visited. Although some distant stars can be prohibitively distant and will require proper fueling to reach, there will be no actual skybox, so exploration can be done visually. This gives all players open exploration to go anywhere in the Star Atlas universe. Players will pilot their ships manually to uncover all the riches the universe has to hide using their upgradable scanning modules. Higher tier scanning equipment performs deeper and broader and leads to a higher amount of assets that will be discovered. Scanning data can be acted upon and staked, or can be placed on the marketplace to be sold. Then there's going to be the combat aspect of the game. So ships are going to be outfitted with weapon turrets, and missile bays. Turrets can be energy, ballistic, or disruption type to target different components of enemy ships and installations. Turrets are high powered by a power supply and protected by shields and a hull. When encountering another enemy ship, if scanned properly, the player can target subsystems to get an advantage in a fight. Ships can also target land and space-based installations to free up competitors' claims. However, those installations can also have their own weaponry installed ready for attacks. All players can mark their stances as aggressive or passive to signal their desired combat engagements. Passive stance affords a shield and maneuverability buff to allow for escape if attacked without formal declarations. Alright guys, when you do go exploring deep space and you find an unsettled star or planet, basically the name of the game is you get these land mining claims and you can claim them on unoccupied real estate out in space. But once you claim it and you start mining resources, you then have to also defend it as well. So that's that other component that involves combat. Once you start mining, you're not totally escaped from the combat aspect of this game. Then you have stationary modular construction. So this is kind of what I'm talking about, guys. Mining installations have adjacent installations powering and protecting their mining claim. This is in the form of space stations. Space stations have the same installations, but with the major enhancements in the form of decks. Each deck enhances the functionality of the space station and unlocks the associated features that players engage with in that local station. Decks include commerce, shipyard, refinery, hangar, retail, crafting, and selling components. Space stations with commerce decks will be required to connect to the universal marketplace to sell low-tier ore and items. Cargo and refinery decks will be needed to access higher-tier ore, advanced materials, and components requiring physical intergalactic shipping. If stars are owned to the point of building a Dyson sphere, then the owner can build a jump point. Jump points allow independent systems to have immediate travel. Jump points provide a significant time cut to intergalactic travel, which leads to major boost to economic trading lanes. Then you have the crew and ship component, guys. All ships contain components and crew members that enhance the features and stats of each ship. Ships have native aptitudes for different gameplay features. This means that ships can be fitted with specific tiered components that enhance the ship's functionality within those professional roles. Individual crew members also enhance specific functionalities with their aptitudes that they advance via the university decks. Crew members that train together in university or previously on ships will buff each other when placed on the same ship's crew. Crew continuously builds up shared touring duty and receives buffs over time. Matching crew incorrectly can cause debuffs to a ship's performance. Alright guys, so you build a crew that fits both your ship and the ship's mission. Alright guys, this is going to be the last aspect of gameplay I cover, but I think it might be the most important when it comes to selecting your ships. And this is your profession. So early on in the game, you are going to kind of choose a specialty or choose a path. And then theoretically, you would begin accumulating ships and crew members that would help you in that career choice. So right now, I'm going to go over some of the various professions that you can choose as a player in Star Atlas. Professions. Professional roles manifest in their chosen ship roles. Players can earn in-game by having the correct ships, crew, and components for their desired roles. Examples of roles include transport, rescue, freight, repair, construction, refueling, miner, salvage, entrepreneur, CEO, broker, bounty hunter, pirate, smuggler, data runner, commander, general, mercenary, scientist. Crew members within a ship also have individual station roles such as pilot, engineer, repair, scanner, science, gunner, mercenary, rescue, power manager, janitor, cargo, foreman, hangar foreman, salvage operator, and so on. Basically, guys, it's the Star Trek Enterprise. And this game is going to be so complex, so realistic, so much of a realistic economy that there is no one player that can do everything. Somebody with a massive Dyson sphere and all kinds of roles within the Star Atlas game is going to have people working with him or under him. You can buy the largest ship in the game, but you're going to need other players to assist you to maximize the return. All right, guys, so now that we've looked at the pillars of the gameplay, now that we've looked at the various professions, now we can begin looking at these ships and deciding which ones are right for us. So we're going to go over the ships right now. All right, guys, to get to the ships, go to staratlas.com and in the top right, select Play Now. Once you get to Play Now, go to the Marketplace, and right there, the very first tab is Ships, and you can see all of the ships for sale. And you can see that at this point, they have released a lot of different ships, and the selection is quite good. You've got legendary type ships, epic, rare, and common. Okay, so let's say you are a very basic player. You don't know what you're going to do in Star Atlas, or even if you're going to enjoy Star Atlas. You want to start out by dipping your toes with a very small investment, very limited exposure, just to get a taste of the game. Then I think the right ships for you are probably going to be either the Pierce X4 or the Opal Jet. These are each one-man crews. Here's the Pierce X4, a space-worthy single-passenger space bike that packs a punch, a popular model for short-range COP patrols. And of course, guys, the price is right now 274 Atlas. So that means that the Pierce X4 is currently going for $24. So you can get yourself your very own ship that you own. That's great for single pilot missions, surface to base, you know, not necessarily a deep space craft, but it's only $24. That is a very reasonable entry. It's much cheaper than buying even mini video games from the store. Nintendo Switch, PS5, way cheaper than that. Almost free to play, but you at least have that sense of pride that you own your own NFT. The Opal Jet is also a one pilot vehicle, but it does have a different look. Very sleek. I personally prefer the Opal to the Pierce, and it is a little bit more expensive, but not by much, only about $28. So still under $30. Of course, all of the ships are bought and sold in the Atlas token. Okay, guys, the next step up are going to be the extra small ships, which will be the Opal Jet Jet or the Pierce X5. Again, in this next tier, your choices are either a Pierce or an Opal. Those are two different manufacturers of ships in the game, with the X5 and the Jet Jet being the model type. So the Pierce X5 is a very cool utility craft. It has a couple of different modes. I believe this one is in attack mode with all weapons pointing forward. This image right here is in speed mode. Then right here, you can see that it is in normal mode. And then there's also defense mode as well. So this is a shape-shifting car. Very cool. You can actually have a co-pilot in this one. You could probably get a little bit deeper into space than with the two extra small ships, but it's still not a deep space craft. The Pierce X5 is currently going for about $200 US or 2,229 Atlas tokens. This is it's a sizable investment compared to the other ships, but in my opinion, it's still reasonable for being able to have a very nice craft in this awesome game that is all about player ownership. The Opal Jet Jet, to me, is a lot more sexy. This is a Lamborghini, if you ask me. I'm definitely going to be cruising around in my Opal Jet Jet. There is absolutely no doubt about that. I absolutely love the way that it looks. It is so sexy. It is a two-seater with room for a co-pilot. When you look at these ships over in the info section, you can see all of their stats. And if you look at them in the marketplace right now, they are going for more expensive than the X5 at 3,900 Atlas. That is about $375, so almost twice the price of the X5, but you look a lot cooler when you drive it. All right, guys, so the next tier of ships in terms of size is going to be the small size ships. That would be the Rainbow Chi, the TUFFEIST, the Pierce X6, or the thimble BYOS ERP. So that's going to be 4 different ship selections, but now you're starting to get into some different functionalities. I'm going to go over those functionalities real quickly here on this video, and just a real quick look at the price range. So starting with the thimble BYOS ERP. This is also a 2-seater, but it has a lot more cargo. This is kind of a good ship that can transport material from the surface of a planet, maybe up to a space station or a little beyond. True to thimble BYOS form, the ERP sheds all grace and dignity for raw, specialized power and functionality. This is a combat-ready ship and is tuned to manage oversized cannons and engines to allow for a beefy damage rate and a uniquely quick fight style. Dogfighting against one of these puppies is not recommended if your goal is to keep your head intact. All right, so this is a nice bruiser, a combat ship. And this ship's going for about $1,000, guys. So just about $950 US or 10,700 Atlas. So now we're getting into that $1,000 range for this next size of ships. The Pierce X6 is a more luxurious version. The Pierce's fixed wing X6 provides a surprising amount of comfortable living space aboard a compact and highly agile fighter patrol ship, a supremely capable combat vessel with an extended Atmoglass canopy provides a conspicuous piloting advantage, as well as a way to soak in the beauty of the cosmos. So this is a lot more sleek. Probably going to have a lot more fun cruising around in this, and obviously, in my opinion, it looks a lot better than the thimble. That is a really nice ship from the Pierce manufacturers, and these are going right now for $11,355 Atlas, or right around $1,100, so just a little bit more than the thimble. Now here is the Vise AMBWAY. This kind of looks like a flying manta ray. The Vise line of ships to me is very, very beautiful, very dark and mysterious looking. The Vise AMBWAY is specifically crafted for those long journeys on the trail of your next bounty. This is a small bounty hunting ship and has full life support amenities for you and your captures. The AMBWAY's onboard firepower is enough to make quick work of your cornered target. Vise's branded stealth features reduce overall energy output to fly under the radar and execute that surprise attack. All right, so while the other two were fighters, this is a more specialized bounty hunter type craft. So if you're a bounty hunter scouring the universe for fugitives, this is going to be a great craft for you. This is going to have some scanning equipment, as well as some anti-radar technology and some very decent firepower as well. But it is only a one pilot ship because you do have to have room for your prisoners. So there's going to be no crewmate on this ship. All right, guys, the next small is TUFFEIST. This is going to be an epic level ship, so it's going to be more expensive. 10,250 Atlas. Actually, that's around the same price as the other two, only about $1,000 right now for an epic ship. That could be a good discount, not financial advice. I think that's a really good price. Let's take a look at the ship a little bit more. So the metagenic stone beings comprise the TUFA faction, and when one of them take the shape of this small fighter ship, they identify as a Feist. No longer can one feel safe casually navigating an asteroid field because of lurking in plain sight is a potential ambush vehicle collecting its raw power for a brutal sneak attack. Living, sentient rock formations combine discarded mining tech into a powerful, blitz-styled combat platform with local technologies and breathing non-organics. The TUFFEIST is a surprisingly comfortable vessel to take on many challenges in a variety of deep space adventures. All right, guys, so for about $1,000, you can get a 2-crew pilot with some style. I don't know if it's my favorite, but certainly is very interesting. Looks like you can kind of blend in with an asteroid field and just kind of go around undetected. To me, this kind of looks like a ship for a loner guy out there just causing mayhem and havoc in the interstellar spaces of space. All right, last small is the Rainbow Chai. Obviously, the Rainbow series is very beautiful. Just look at that design. When I think of UFOs, when I think of aliens visiting Earth, this is always the kind of craft that I envision, just this metallic structure with no windows, no thrusters, no signs of propulsion. Absolutely gorgeous, guys. Probably going to be the most expensive. Yep, 12,989 Atlas. So that's about $1,250. Still not bad if you ask me. The enigmatic Rainbow Chai is a slippery fighter ship with integrated Fotali-derived shape-shifting technology. This revolutionary tech allows for the repurposing of charged mass into an array of functional optimizations. Hierarchical morphing hull systems create a platform that can fully power weapon groupings or instantly shift charges to amplify distributed hull shock dispersal. This flexible vehicle architecture boasts near-perfect constant equilibrium while fiercely turning the tides in any spaceborne threat. So this is a one-seater, kind of a versatile plane, kind of a flex plane if you ask me. It does have a lot of defensive measures. I don't know that it's got a lot of attack power. It does have a 4-weapon hardpoint slot, but at the end of the day, guys, it is a beautiful small ship under $2,000 for the kind of player that might want this kind of craft. The next tier is the medium-sized ship, guys. For the medium-sized ships, there's 6 different options. On this video today, I'm going to go over my 3 favorite. Guys, come and check out the ship marketplace yourself if you want to find the other 3. I'll run through them all real quick. You've got the Calicoevac, the Vise Open, the Pierce F4, the thimble BYOS Packlight, the Calico Compact Hero, and you also have the Rainbow Omen. So the Calicoevac, guys, this is going to be one of the most versatile ships in the game. It is fairly expensive at 36,000 Atlas. That's going to be around $3,300. So under 4,000, but above 3,000. This is certainly not a cheap ship, but this is a ship that can give you a lot of versatility and options as a player of the game. This is got crew size for 6 crew members, a captain, a pilot, a co-pilot, 2 rescues, and 1 drone operator. It has a lot of defensive capabilities as well as some good weaponry as well. It is a jack of all trades ships, very versatile. The Calicoevac is a nimble but robust rescue and recovery vessel. So it's meant to go in there, rescue and recovery type missions, guys. So think about that when you're choosing your profession. If you have need for the kind of ship that can go in there, do a quick mission, grab something or somebody and get out, the Calicoevac is probably going to be a decent option for you. It can go into deep space and has room for a decent sized crew. Now here's the Vise Open. This is the best ship that I personally own in my fleet that I have so far, because I kind of view myself as a potential pirate, or I could possibly see myself doing bounty hunting, or potentially kind of being a part of a guild. Maybe I'm working for a big commander of a massive capital ship, and I'm going out there and doing intel missions. That's kind of how I see myself. I see myself and my crew going out to the unexplored regions of the space and exploring. I'm very attracted to the exploration part of this game, and the Vise Open to me is gonna, without completely taking out all my crypto that I own, it's going to allow me to explore deep space. Let's see what these are going for right now. For 44,998 Atlas. So again, that's going to be about $3,600. So still under 4,000. Let's bring out the calculator. So right now, Atlas is going for about 9 cents a token times 44,000. So, that's just about $4,000, guys, $3,900. So now we're getting up to that $4,000 range for the Vise Open. All right, guys, this is a very nice ship, the Calico Compact Hero. This thing is currently going for 79,000, 80,000 Atlas. Wow, guys, this was available when it first came out for $3,500. Now it's 80,000 Atlas. Wow, now it is $7,200, guys. So it has doubled in price from when it was released by the team. The Calico Compact Hero nestles nicely into the Guardian's hangar for distant shuttling or away team expeditions. Manufactured under the cost-effective compact supply line, the styling is more befitting to rough exploration rather than traveling in high luxury style. Should the expedition carry on longer than planned, the compact hero has sustainable life support capabilities on board this medium-sized multi-crew, multi-role ship. So this is a super versatile ship, guys. If you've got $7,000 to spare, I know not everybody does. This is a ship that can probably get you on board any crew, any captain of a really large craft is going to be happy to have you on board, and you can fit 4 crew members on this awesome and versatile ship. And of course, the artwork of it is just fantastic, as is almost everything from Star Atlas. Now, just real quick, the Thimble BYOS Packlight. This is a nice medium-sized cargo style ship. So if you've got a mining satellite somewhere and you've got a lot of raw material and product to ship back and forth, this one could be a good one for you. And this is the one that I've got my eyes on, guys, because I am wanting to get one more decent, probably either a medium or large ship. I really like this one, the Rainbow Omen, for the same reasons I told you earlier. It has that look that I like. There's no obvious signs of propulsion on this craft. If this thing just fell out of the clouds, you might think it was God himself. I mean, look at that. Look how beautiful this ship is. This to me is interstellar travel. It's got that kind of ancient Egypt. Like when I think about spaceships or aliens that might have visited our ancient ancestors in Egypt, I imagine a ship like this. This is really beautiful to me. It's also epic in rarity, and it is surprisingly within reach. 41,000 Atlas, that's only $3,000, guys. That's half the price of the Calico, even though the Calico Compact is only rare and the Rainbow Ohm is epic in rarity. So I think that the Rainbow Ohm might be undervalued right now. And for that reason, as well as it just looks so damn sexy, I think I really would like to add it to my fleet. Hopefully I can do that before the end of the month. All right, guys, now we're up to the large tiered ships, and now we're going to start getting some really expensive price tags. If you're still watching the video at this point and you can afford the large ships, you're probably one of the few, but I will go over them for the sake of this video. There are 3 different large ships to choose from, and they are all 3 very different. The first one we'll look at is the Thimble Ecos Grenadier. This is an epic rarity ship. For the crew, you can have a 6-person crew on this ship. The Thimble is a supplier of exotic spacecraft that fits a need no other manufacturer can deliver on. Their Ecos line of ships holds the namesake of the righteous environmental faction known as the Earth Conscious Ontological Society. The Grenadier is fueled through sustainable byproducts of biodynamic agricultural harvest and an undying quest to propagate the only true biome of humankind. Ecos bomber ships give might to the cause with highly destructive low-orbit space bombs that rain down destruction on any well-defended industrial sprawl. Once these structures are terrorized, the bomb's aftermath releases terraforming compounds to restore to nature what was lost through the greedy pursuit of mineral riches. So basically, guys, if you're an invader and you are going to set yourself upon somebody's already existing land mining claims, you could totally destroy their land claims with this ship and then easily take it over. So this is a devastating ship for somebody who wants to dominate this game. 154,000 Atlas, which in USD is $13,860, so basically $14K. Now, that's not out of reach for many of us here in the cryptocurrency space. You know what I mean? I'm not trying to... Many of us can afford that if we absolutely wanted to. So I play a lot of games. Maybe I'll wind up getting a ship that expensive eventually, but for now, I think I'm happy with this Rainbow Ohm price range for my gameplay needs. Because I have a lot of stuff in other games like Axie Infinity, Mirandus, Townstar. I'm not a one-game guy. But if I was only going to play Star Atlas, this one right here for 13K, this is a ship that I would strongly consider, because if I was only doing this as a one-game play to earn blockchain gamer, I would probably be working very closely in a guild, somebody with a capital ship or a commander ship, and I would be going on missions with them. They would be protecting me, and I would be one of the tools at their disposal to steal resources from other big groups of players. So the thimble, to me, for a large ship, is probably as affordable as it's going to get. The next step up is the Pierce R8. This is 180,000 Atlas. So that's right at around that same price range, 13,000. So that puts this one at a $16,000 price tag, guys. More expensive than the thimble. It is a very nice looking ship. If you look at the imagery here, it is really cool, very intimidating. It's got a lot of different components. Let's see what it says. The Pierce R8 is a mechanical innovation combining two major ship functions into one. The R8 contains a large cargo hold to store scrap metal for performing open space repairs. It also contains two additional fuel modules, which serve as refueling canisters for all ships. These refueling canisters can also be jettisoned directly into the Pierce C9 for a rapid refueling service. So this is a very high utility craft. This craft right here would come in extremely handy for a general or a commander with a large fleet that had a capital or commander ship. You would think he would want somebody in his crew to have a Pierce R8 to go out there and do repairs either during or after battle. All right, the next large one is the legendary Ogre Tripod. This one is going for 250,000 at. That's around $23,000. So now we're getting into some pretty expensive price tags, guys. Now we're talking about buying a car cash if you were to buy this. And I'm not even saying that it's not worth it, because the more expensive ship you have, the more you're going to be able to earn in the game, the deeper you're going to be able to go into deep space without worrying about being destroyed, and the more land claims you're going to be able to put down. It's an and on top of that, guys, it's an absolutely gorgeous ship, very exotic. It kind of has an amphibious look to me. It looks like it could almost be in the ocean just as easily as in the sky. The Ogre Tripod is a testament to glorious super luxury Punjab culture while demonstrating powerful and brutal strength. This large and heavy fighter also has a powerful rudder thruster for unusually quick maneuverability for a ship this size. The massive forward-facing cannons are positioned to obliterate any enemy on the business end of the tripod. On top of being an arsenal powerhouse, the interior provides a very comfortable and equally luxury accommodations. The captain of a ship of this magnitude can utilize the weaponry to establish a very safe escort environment while enjoying the lush amenities for a long-distance space travel with a huge boost to peace of mind. So basically, guys, this is a ship for a baller. You can fly around deep space, just absolutely wrecking the competition while looking good doing it and absolutely enjoying some luxurious views. This thing originated at $8,000 USDC, so it is at almost a 3x from the time it was released. So the Star Atlas ships have been doing very well as owner-owned assets. And in addition to the fact that they've appreciated, you can also use all of these ships right now in the minigame to get passive income. All right, guys, so now there is 2 commander ships and 4 capital ships. These things are incredibly expensive. If you look at the Calico Guardian, the price range for this, there's not even any for sale. I mean, you're probably talking potentially 6 figures for these kind of ships, guys. And this video is already super long. I'm not going to go into each of them because almost nobody can afford them. But if you think you can afford 6 figures for a ship and you want to be just an absolute boss level player, then these ships might be for you. Some of these ships are going to go for $1 million, guys. These are literal bases in the sky, mobile bases. Unbelievable wealth will be created from these ships. I wish I could afford one, but I certainly cannot. All right, guys, that's going to do it for this Star Atlas video on the various ships in the marketplace. and which one might be the right ship for you. I hope it was able to help you. I also hope it was able to entertain you. If it did, then help your boy by tapping that thumbs up. If you haven't done it already, subscribe to the channel, tap the bell so you don't miss the future content. And as always, we'll catch you on the next one.